guys ready for some tarot? Let's get into the collective reading first. Let's get this out of the way. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me. Use these cards to show me the truth for the collective, whoever's watching. What needs to be seen? What is going on? So I want you to think really hard about the situation you need answers for. And that's what this collective read is going to show you. So concentrate, put your energy in here. This is going to answer some very much needed questions. Spirit, guide and direct us. The energy is looking, one person is thinking about security, the home and the family. And they're feeling very committed. They're feeling very strong and supported. This is what they care about. They care about the home. They care about the family. This person is all about information and action and just taking action, not thinking really, just jumping the gun and taking action. I think the outcome in your situation is good. I think you're going to get an offer. And honestly, I think it's a good offer. I do think overall, some secrets are going to start coming out. All right, some secrets that someone tried really hard to hide. This person over here kind of regrets everything. They regret hurting you. They regret ruining things. They regret what they did. They regret what they said. It feels like they just want to fix things. They just want to make it better. You might even be getting an apology from this person, but they want to come back around. They want to fix what's broken. Let's see what's going on with this person. So we have a Tower in the reverse, which is they want to avoid a tower. They're trying really hard to avoid it. I don't think they can avoid it. I think this person's trying to beat around the bush, avoid a repercussion, if you will, like a consequence. They're being very foolish, very, very foolish, because there is no way they're going to be able to avoid this. It's coming. And they need to accept the changes. They need to accept what happened because this is their choices. This is where they've been led. So here we have balance going along with your outcome. So if you just have patience, I feel like everything's going to work itself out. It's going to be balanced. The universe has a great justice system, and they want to make things right. They want to bring an argument to an end. They want to bring a quarrel. They want to bring some kind of injustice and secrets. They want to deal with it. So I feel like the universe is like, we're going to take over this, okay? Lots of transformation, lots of Scorpio vibes. I feel like this has been an ongoing situation with the Temperance card. I feel like you've been dealing with this for quite a while. You've been praying and just crying and kind of just begging God for help and assistance in the situation. But this other person that you're dealing with, I do see remorse. I even see some guilt. They're coming in as a Six of Wands in the reverse. They realize they're not really a big deal. They realize it's not all about them. They're not the popular one anymore. They're not the center of attention. It's not all about them. They also feel a loss. They lost an argument, or they lost a fight. They lost something, some form of interest. It's gone. And so they're kind of like, I'm sorry. I realize what I did. I realized what I did, and I lost, and it was a mistake. You know, and this is some personal reflection that's coming through to them. To be honest, the people you're dealing with have not been trusting their own instincts. They've been disregarding how they really feel. There's been red flags. There's been signs. They felt a nudge from the universe to do the right thing, but they didn't listen. Let's see what's going on with this other person. Nine of Pentacles, pause, joy, savor the moment. You know, I think they're a little bit into themselves. We have Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This person's got money. They got money. There's no need to sacrifice. Whatever they're going through, it's really not a sacrifice. They're really not suffering. Honestly, they've always had easy street. And they're a little bit selfish for some reason. They're just being a little bit selfish. Life is very easy to them. They think they have it all figured out. They think it's all going to come to them. So they're kind of in their own head, and they're about to be shocked because the way they think, what they believe, is about to be completely disrupted. The universe has other plans, bigger plans, with Temperance and the Page of Pentacles. They're going to have to give up an offer. Show me the outcome. There's the Tower. Wow, we've gotten the Tower 2 times in this little tiny reading for the collective so far. That means the Tower is the biggest, most important message. It says, get ready. Things are about to get shaken up. So this Tower is going to kind of come and destroy very quickly what has been. Now, this is going to happen within a week. Sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little. So, yeah, someone here has bent the rules. They've snuck around some kind of rules. They tried to get away with something and not get caught, but they're getting caught. This disrupts a whole family. 10 of Cups in the reverse. This kind of just ruins a whole family unit. A whole love interest, perhaps. Under that is 8 of Cups in the reverse. This is a very terrible breakup, divorce, or a very terrible ending to a situation. But in a way, it's like, I'm glad it's finally over. With Temperance, it's time to work something out. It's like they're forced to mediate. They're forced to go to court. They're forced to talk this through. You know, it's like, hey, come here, get a little closer. We have to deal with this. You have to deal with this. You were not right. You were not 100% right. And you're going to have to give up some pentacles. You're the Queen of Pentacles. You're the Nine of Pentacles. You're over here taking all these actions, trying to avoid a Tower, which in the end, you don't even get to avoid it because you're going to get the Tower. It's coming. There's nothing you can do about it. So, yeah, Temperance is trying to equalize an unfairness and creating something kind of wonderful because it's going to be fair for both sides, I feel. It is going to be fair because it's all about equality in that card. And with the Tower, at first, it shows that this person is probably wanting to escape a consequence or a responsibility. Or they're trying to escape paying you some money or dealing with something physical here. They're trying to avoid a pitfall. And this is going to be shocking to them. They do have insight. They're not completely shocked to where they don't see this coming. This is like you get a storm warning, tornado warning, do something about it. And they're like, okay, I had my warning. But for some reason, they thought, oh, well, it's probably not going to come to our house. And then it shows up and they're like, oh my God, it's here. Hurry, run, get to the basement because now it's here. They thought they could avoid it. But it, like the card is saying, they had pre-knowledge that it was coming. So it's coming, but they can't pretend like they didn't know it wasn't coming. But when the tower's in the upright, which is in the outcome with temperance, this is a good tower for you, and it's fair for them, honestly. But when this tower appears in a reading, you can expect that something is about to change, and it's a very dramatic, even painful revelation. This is going to completely throw someone for a loop, change their way of thinking, their point of view, and the outcome. Whoever thought they could control the outcome is wrong. They're going to have to adapt to a new way of living and a new way of thinking very quickly. They're going to have to embrace the challenge, and it's going to feel like chaos. But it will inevitably be for the better. The universe says this is what needs to happen, and it's right for everyone. Markers, long time no see. I am so glad to see you, Markers. I've missed you. The kids have missed you. I hope you've been doing well. It's so good to see your name in here. You're a very missed friend, and I'm just so happy to see you. All right, so with the Six of Wands in the reverse for the other person that you're dealing with, you know, I think they're feeling unappreciated and taken advantage of. They wanted something good to happen, and it just didn't in the end, ultimately. And they've been relying, honestly, they've been listening to too many people, but they haven't been listening to themselves. And that's the High Priestess in reverse. This person was not thinking the way they should be, and they took way too much advice. And whatever they're experiencing right now, the freedom, the peace, it's gone. It's not what it was all cracked up to be. Okay. So it's just not what they thought it was. When the Five of Swords comes in reversed, it's about being on the lookout for who's playing power games. And a lot of this collective reading is there's some people here playing power games. And they're doing things to look out for themselves, and they're disregarding other people's feelings. And the good news is the universe isn't going to allow it. And I'll be 100% honest with you. Somebody has been bullying somebody else. Wow, Markers, trailers? That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, so they've been bullying and mistreating somebody. They've been aggressive and they've been on the attack. And they're not going to be able to get away with that. Okay, the universe won't allow it. But this person with the Five of Cups in reversed is sitting in a difficult emotional situation. They have an inability to let go of what's been lost. So they're holding a grudge. They're angry. They're highly emotional. They're trying to see the good through the bad and realize that it's all a matter of perspective. So they are trying. But sometimes a loss can lead to a gain. And like I said, they want to turn the cups back over, so they want to come back into someone's life. They do want to come back, all right? That's ultimately at the heart of it. Let's see how each of these people actually feel. Oh my gosh, it's freezing in my room. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, Spirit, let's reveal how this person's feeling. Spirit, please show me how this Five of Cups in the reverse is really feeling. Four of Wands in the upright. Show me this person's heart. We got two. I'm going to go with it. I go with the energy. We have the dove that wants to give the olive branch. And we have two people coming together here. So I do feel like let's make peace. Let's make up. We have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. Remember, life is the greatest gift and the greatest healer. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So, there's something good that's going to come with this person, okay? They're feeling a little bit positive. They're feeling a little bit optimistic. Some 5 energy is surrounding them, challenge and change. And I do think they're changing. I think they're finally going to understand, you know what? It all is for a good reason. This is how it should be. This is how Spirit wanted to create the situation. And let's go ahead and see what this person's really feeling. Please show me what this person's feeling in their heart of hearts. I'm sensing a lot of anxiety. Okay, so I sense anxiety and worry, but arrogance. They got one card here. They got, it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. So yeah, this person needs some self-love and some self-care. I think they also have been listening to too many people. They've been around too many people and maybe getting the wrong advice. Okay, so that's what I believe. And let's get another card for the outcome. And honestly, if you've had any problems with this person and they've stepped away from you, it's because they're trying to figure things out on their own. They're trying to make sense and do what's right for them. They're thinking of themselves to some extent on what's good for themselves. What's the best route for them? Spirit, show me the outcome. Show me the outcome of this reading. Please show me the outcome. We have giving. The heart that gives gathers. And I think that's the biggest lesson. Notice how the Page of Pentacles is giving. He's out there holding up his pentacle, giving it to the sun, giving it to the universe, donating it, giving it away. He's giving a message, or he's just giving it, okay? And so the outcome is they are going to have to give. And also just being in the giving spirit, being in the giving energy is the right energy, because the one that feels in their heart to give rather than take is the one that will gather the most. So remember, if you're watching this, and whoever you are in this story, always have the heart to give. Give it away. Don't be greedy. Don't be in an energy of take, 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 or need, need, need. Be in the energy of, I just need enough, and I want to give. If I have excess, I want to give. And you want to give thanks. You want to thank the people that raised you. You want to thank the universe for all your blessings. You want to be grateful and thankful, because that's the person that's giving a grateful attitude, and the one that gives gathers. So continuing with that little message. My gosh, it is literally freezing. Let's get another one. Clarify giving, temperance, and the Page of Pentacles. Spirit, please clarify that and the outcome. So we have here the maze. and the tree. And you know what comes to my mind with the tree? The giving tree. The giving tree gives and gives and gives until he's got nothing left to give. And then here we have the maze, which is there's more than one person involved and there's no shortcuts. Whoever has taken shortcuts, they're going to have to start from the beginning. Let's get an animal message. No shortcuts. Got to work hard. We have the frog, and this is about pentacles as well. This is a lot to do with money. If you're watching this collective reading, this may have quite a heavy bearing with money. But the frog talks about prosperity. And it says, let go of the past. Embrace this tower. Embrace the change. Opportunities are close at hand. And you're going to hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune. This is what's going to await you. If you're watching this message and you're like, this is for me, absolutely, I'm dealing with some kind of a financial situation with 1 or 2 people, and I needed to know if I was going to get ahead of this. This reading is for you. And if you're watching this, I want you to know, whatever hardship you've been suffering, I think you're finally going to have some stability. I want you to hang in there, because it looks like the universe is about to shine down some blessings and give you a break. With the maze card, it's called the Labyrinth. And it says, when you think you've done everything you can, you hit a wall and then you have to start again. I am the labyrinth that keeps you going. Through trial and error to the end, there are no shortcuts to success, my friend. So when I mix that with temperance, you're going to hit a brick wall. Heck, you may have hit 1 or 2 or 3 brick walls. Saturn may be sitting in your way, giving you a very difficult time to get the gains that you need to get. But Saturn, in this case, is not going to deny your abundance or prosperity. Saturn has just delayed your abundance and prosperity. This card is more about making it through a confusing stream of events. There's been a lot of trial and error. You have goals and destinations you want to reach, but there's things that pop up that prove more difficult than you expected. This road isn't direct. It has twists and turns, and no matter how much you plan and strategize, at some point you have to face the inevitable mistakes you've made. Be prepared for a few false turns ahead and some dead ends. The Labyrinth card directs you to retrace your steps necessary and maybe just pick a different route. Sometimes there is no direct path, but it's all a part of the process. And even if you feel you are getting stuck at square one, you will be able to begin again with new information and greater knowledge of the landscape. The Labyrinth card can mean a puzzle or problem requiring rational dedication to solve. There are no easy answers or shortcuts. A narrow viewpoint will keep you from seeing the larger picture. Or maybe the person you're dealing with, a narrow viewpoint, will keep them from seeing the larger picture. Someone should also notice that this card shows more than one person. It is a message that you're not going down this road alone. Others are facing the same challenges you are, and they may be able to help you work out a solution. This card also illustrates frustrating attempts to connect with others, but something is keeping you separate from these people or your goals. And as you calculate your next move, think not just of how you can get ahead individually, but how you can all contribute as a group together to get to the solution. So there is some kind of outcome that says, with temperance, fairness, equality, we have to come together. You're going to have to give. They're going to have to give. There's going to have to be a happy medium, which means you're not right, but you're not wrong. They're not right, but they're not wrong. So everyone has had some kind of contribution here about being kind of in the right, and it probably has hurt others. I do see some kind of collective energy because we do have the 2 5s. There's always more than one person in the 5s. And, you know, this beautiful energy with the Tower, which is like, it's coming and it waits for no one, and it changes minds. It changes perspectives every time. And I do think there is some new information that's going to come in the future. There's going to be some new sense being made, and it's going to give you that new perspective. And it's good news. You know, I do think it's good news with the Page of Pentacles, and I think you're going to get pleasant news, because in the end, you get abundance and prosperity, says the frog. Bottom of the deck over here says the sun will come out tomorrow for the better, which is another very good omen. Bottom of the deck here is the tree, the giving tree, by the way, a number 5, which is probably another number you've been seeing consistently, the 5s, challenge and change. And then down here we have the moon. So things are not always what they seem. I just feel like this is like an onion. We're going to keep peeling back the layers. There's always more to the story. They think it's just one way. It's just their onion, and it's what they believe it is. And then shocking, nope, we're going to peel back the onion and find more information to their surprise. And the same with you. You think you have it all figured out, right? And then you hit a brick wall, peel back the onion. Oh, there's a little bit more information than I was completely aware of. So it's just kind of unraveling. And I do think it's in a good way that it is unraveling. I don't feel it's a bad omen or anything negative to be fearful about what's coming. I don't sense any fear or negativity. Let's get an outcome card here for the map oracles and just see where we're headed. Spirit, can you please show me where the people are headed? Where is this group going? What is the outcome with the Page of Pentacles and Temperance? So we have a deep freeze, but it was in reverse, so I'm going to honor that. Bottom of the deck is rescue. By the way, number 16, Tower card number. All right, so let's see what this says. 26 and 16. So the deep freeze card in reverse says, nothing you can do right now will amount to anything substantial. No matter how much you try, push, manipulate, or cajole. Life wants you to take a break. You need to do this now, lest you become exhausted and be forced to rest. What you need will be there for you when you emerge in the springtime. For now, winter has its own ideas for you. Wait for signs of spring. Now, this is metaphorical. So this is like a Hanged Man card. You are headed for the Hanged Man, which I'm going to be honest, you've got 3 cards now saying it's going to be a little bit longer before you get your abundance and your prosperity and your pentacle. It's going to be a little bit longer, according to the cards. Good things are coming. And it looks like this is going to end up beautiful. It's going to end up in a very good way, but good things take time. So let's see what's going on with rescue. Is it as good as it sounds? Someone to the rescue? It says you are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy. Many successful people have a hard time asking for help. However, that's what you need to do right now to expand your life, is ask for help. You're going to find yourself already in some troubled waters. You can expect help with whatever the issue is right now. All you need to do is ask, and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit, from Source. Get into the right relationship with the divine, and you will see that the many conditions blocking you line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. You know, and that makes me think about that movie, The Labyrinth, with Jennifer Connelly and David Bowie, one of my favorite movies. And you know what she did? She asked for help. She had several friends along the way. She asked for help, and she even gave help to some friends. But there was this one little dog in the tree, which is an omen. He was in the tree, and he was blocking them to go across a bridge. And he was like, hey, you can't pass. You can't leave. You can't go past this bridge without my permission. And so they got into some big fight, 5 swords. And he's like, I will fight you to the death. And then she's like, please wait, stop. Let's just talk about this. What is it exactly we need to do to get across this bridge? She literally asked for help. She literally wanted to know what was needed. And he said, well, she said, what oath did you take that is blocking us right now from crossing the bridge? He said, well, the oath I took was no one may pass through this bridge without my permission. And she said, oh, well, that's simple. Can we have your permission? And he was like, well, wow, like no one's ever asked me for permission. And then he's like, okay, yeah, you have my permission. And she's like, thank you. Okay. So she got through. And then she had a little friend named Hoggle, and he was a little troll, and he was not a very helpful troll. He was mean. He was a bully. He was not a nice person. He liked to steal things. Like he was a troublemaker. But she befriended him. She gave him a chance. And he'd never been given a chance before, and he'd never been anyone's friend before. But she gave him the chance, and that changed him. It transformed him. So he went from being a coward and a thief to a friend that came to help her in her time of need. So anyways, that movie is just ringing bells here for this reading. And it's like she literally got caught in a labyrinth of her own making. And she had to find her way out. But throughout the labyrinth, she had to discover things aren't what they seem. Up is sometimes down. Yes is sometimes no. You know, you can pass by a doorway and not even know it if you're not looking correctly. She had to get a whole different perspective on time, space, reality, and everything, kind of like Alice in Wonderland in a sense. But she learned a lot through that labyrinth. And I think that's what's happening to you and this person or the people you're involved with. You guys are going through the labyrinth and you're changing for the better. You're never going to be the same again after this, but that's good. Whoever you're dealing with is going to change their perspective about life. And thanks to these people, your perspective about life has changed also. So there is a beautiful giving. The both of you are giving. And temperance is going to even things out in the end. And I'll leave you with that note. I'll leave you with that and just knowing peace is coming. Maybe a little bit longer away than you hoped for. But prosperity, abundance, and peace, it is coming. Now, I just probably want to leave you with some clarity on the timing of when you're going to be able to have some peace and prosperity. So let me ask the cards just to clarify that as we close. Spirit, can you please give us a time frame or a sign on when this situation in the labyrinth will more than likely come to an end? Please show me the ending. So we have here the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Down here's the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. This is going to be pretty quickly. The swords mean days. Pentacles mean years. The ace means one. I feel like you're going to get some clarity by June 1st. I know the pentacles don't mean months, but my intuition is telling me that you're going to get clarity by June 1st. And I don't mean all your problems will be solved, but I think the end of the labyrinth means you've been in the labyrinth. You've been in the labyrinth for a long time. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been blocked, stopped, and stuck in the labyrinth for like 6 months. And it's coming to an end with the towers, which are very quick, and the sword. So I know what's happening is you're hitting some walls. You're having to wait. I feel like today and tomorrow you wish it would be solved. But those cards are saying you're going to have to keep waiting. So June 1st is, a little bit of ways, but you're going to get some kind of clarity. And at least you're going to know some timing, some dates. Perhaps you can mark your calendar after June 1st. Like on June 1st, you're probably going to get a letter or a message or an email or a phone call that gives you clarity that you see a light at the end of the tunnel. You see an end to a problem. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling for the timing. And June is a Gemini month. So the air signs, the swords, is an air sign energy. But the Ace of Swords is very destructive in reverse. And you don't want to overanalyze what happens June 1st. But you want to get to the heart of the matter. You're going to be experiencing some pain and something upsetting. There's definitely some harsh energy. Some feelings are going to be disregarded. Someone might try to abuse another person on that day. Remember that sword is a double-edged sword. And the likelihood about whoever tries to abuse or hurt, it's going to come right back at them. So that card comes with a warning. You are going to get clarity by June 1st, but be careful until then, because whatever you say could be used against you. Whatever they say could be used against them. And whatever someone does will be done back to them. So it's a cautionary tale with that one. So that's what I have for the collective. I now am going to give you guys 15 minutes to ask some questions. These are donation readings. I will pull as many cards as per you donate. Jesus, you're the first one that gets some cards pulled in your name. If you guys want to know how to donate, it's Cash App, and it's in the description below. If you don't have a Cash App to donate, you can just go to my website and you can hit the donate button there, and they give you a few options of donation energy. This is an energy exchange reading. I'm not going to put a certain number amount for your donation, but the larger donations will get more questions, more cards, more answers. The smaller ones may get 1 or 2 cards, so just keep that in mind. But I am open and available right now for the next 15 minutes. The birthday donation readings is not for me. It is not my birthday. It is my daughter's birthday. So my daughter will be 19 this weekend. So this reading is to kind of get some things set up for her. She needs some stuff for her room. She wants to get some things done for herself. She's graduating as well. So I'm just trying to, as a single mom, take care of those matters. So I thought, you know what? I'll do some donation readings. Whatever you guys can donate can put towards that, and I'll do the readings. It's a perfectly good energy exchange. So whatever you can donate, I'll be happy to answer some questions. No number is needed. Just whatever you feel on your heart. And thank you so much. And may the one that gives gather. May you be full of prosperity and abundance with whatever you feel you want to donate. Thank you so much. So Jessie Oak, you are the first one. Thank you so much for the happy birthday donation to Mariah. She was very happy. She had a little tear in her eye. She was so grateful for you, and she couldn't believe there's such nice people in the world. So thank you so much. All right. So Jessie, if you have any questions, you can ask me, but I am just going to pull some cards as well and see what the universe wants to tell you. Spirit, guide and direct me for Jessie. Guide and direct me. So, Jesus, you've been feeling stuck lately. Oh, thank you, Vanna Marie. Thank you so much. You are next. Oh, thank you so much, Jessie. All right, so I see you've been feeling constrained mentally, but also verbally. You feel kind of stuck in some way, blocked, and you just can't see what's going on or why it's going on. I also feel there's some kind of a haze or a fog over you. There's just a need for clarity. You've been working really, really hard on yourself and just on making money and being abundant and independent and healthy. So I feel like you've been making wise choices. And you feel like, if I've been doing the right thing, why do I feel so stuck? Why do I feel like I don't have all the answers? Why do I feel like things can't come to me the way I want them to come to me? You're working really hard on security and a home, or a home for the ones you love, or the family that you love, but you're working really hard to support and give support and create stability and support. Some good news is coming to you actually very quickly with the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you're going to get some clarity. You're going to get some documents signed, some papers written up. You're going to get some knowledge, some wisdom, some messages. You're going to get something that solidifies what you've been working on, and you finally get to have that new beginning and that fresh, crisp, new start. And finally, the clarity that you've been wanting, it's going to finally be here. So let's see what's going on with the person you've been dealing with. So the person you've been dealing with is not financially secure the way you are. There's some Leo energy here, some Pisces energy here. Their heart really hurts, this person. They want to work with you. They want to be part of this with you. They're from a broken family, or they're just a broken person. Perhaps they broke your heart, but they feel very defeated. And they feel not good enough. They feel, I'll never attain this. They feel a struggle. They feel alienated, isolated, pushed away. This person's struggling financially, struggling with direction, struggling with independence, struggling with money. And here we have this energy here, which is creative. It's sad that they don't have the money that they want, because this person is very creative. They have a super artistic mind and artistic abilities. They might also have gifts and talents, this person. They have a lot to give to the world. They have a lot to let shine. And I feel like this person's energy has been focused away from his talent, her or his talents, away from their gifts, to focus on something that they really weren't meant to do. But that's all about to change with the Wheel of Fortune, because I think you're going to come in and help this person. The Empress, yeah. You're nurturing. Jesus, you are nurturing and caregiving and loving. There's this beautiful, loving, nurturing parental energy. So you have this beautiful, divine, feminine, it's okay energy. And I think you're here to soothe, guide spiritually. Here we have the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. There's no actions taken, and a lot of what you say kind of gets dismissed. I feel like this person is hyper-focused on criticism on themselves, like just hyper-focused. And as much advice as you give, as much love and nurturing as you give this person, they kind of refuse to take that advice. They kind of push it away. But this feels like family. This feels like love with this Leo. And you're fighting for them. You're fighting to help them. You're fighting to protect them. You're fighting to guide them and love them. But there is always this struggle. And maybe even something that feels a little bit like competition. And it shouldn't be competitive in this family. There's nothing but love in this family. Let's see what's going to happen. What's going to happen with this situation? Spirit, what do you see? What is the outcome of this? So here we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. You can't be right all the time. I sense a little jealousy. There's something here about a mother or the elder or wife. But there's this, you can't, oh, there's the Empress again. So this does have to do with the Empress. So a mother, a wife, or a nurturing, loving, healing, caregiving, parental kind of energy. There is beauty to be found in this connection, but there is some kind of conflict that needs resolution. Someone here is at war and not at peace. And I feel the family here is disrupted and there's some kind of financial insecurity. Now, what's going to happen here with the Five of Swords in the reverse? Well, someone's going to learn that, honestly, worrying gets you nowhere. Fighting gets you nowhere. There may have been a situation where, honestly, they blew this out of proportion. Someone blew something way out of proportion. And now someone refuses to fix it, acknowledge their part, their guilt in it. And those who are affected may not even forgive this person, or they may not forgive somebody else. But it's time to try to make some amends. Okay? So I do feel like amends need to be made. Why do the amends need to be made? What is going on? Show me what amends. Because someone's not willing to confront the truth about their part in a situation. But it's all about to change. The Wheel of Fortune is like fate, karma, the hand of God. It's coming in whether they like it or not. So what's about to change? See, there's the house. A house again, just like this Four of Wands, same thing here with the 4. This is over a house or property, an inheritance, or it metaphorically represents security. Security with a wife and kids and a home. And someone's temper is flying off the handle at home or in a family. And this is a choice they're going to have to make, just like the reading we had earlier, the maze, the labyrinth. Someone keeps hitting brick walls. They're trying to succeed. They're trying to get security in some sense. But there's always something coming in the way. What I see coming in the future with change is we're going to have to speak up. I feel like someone has let something slide and the other person attacks. It needs to get nipped in the butt here. Maybe an Empress needs to get involved, or this is over an Empress. So what comes out for the fortune cookie is when one door closes, one door opens. Let it go. So this could be beating up the past. And then down here we have something has got to give, change. So there is a very stubborn person unwilling to change. But they have to change if they want more money, if they want prosperity, if they want abundance. I'm hearing it's not going to work out if things keep staying the same. Thank you so much, Jessie. I appreciate you. Yeah, but someone here stubbornly is a little bit jealous, but I see this person just pushing and pushing. And it's like, it's not working. This isn't making money. This isn't bringing security. This isn't bringing success. Let's do something else. And they're like, no, who are you? Why are you having to be the leader? No. But then someone says, but I'm wiser. I'm older. I'm the Empress. I have love and I have experience and I have wealth and prosperity and positive thoughts and healing. And I want to give that. I want to help. I want to heal. And this person kind of is like, no, I can do it on my own. I don't need any help. I don't need any help. I don't need any advice. I'm fine on my own. And they kind of point fingers and say, who are you to tell me anything? But that's about to change, because if they keep up being stubborn and not willing to evolve, they are going to hit brick walls. They are going to not move forward because it's an illusion. Where is the situation headed? Where is the situation headed for Jessie? What is Jessie's outcome? Because I feel like Jessie, I feel like you have a lot of good ideas because you're 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. I think you've got a good head on your shoulders and lots of experience and wisdom. So we have the sacred pool in the reverse and the talisman, which this is wearing luck charms. It's also wearing some kind of a gemstone that would help promote your energy, so your rising ascendant or even your sun. But wear a gemstone to help give you courage and protection. A lot of that obsidian, perhaps, as well as carnelian. Those are great for wealth, prosperity, and abundance and protection. So is the tiger's eye. I feel like those are going to really help you. But there's some kind of gemstones that you need to be wearing, whether it's on a bracelet, on a ring, or a necklace, or in a watch. But put them on, wear them, pray over them, put incense around your gemstone, give it energy. Put it next to a candle when you light that, and you're sending out the signal of what you want and what you need. And then let's see the sacred pool in reverse, number 47. That one says, it can be difficult, Jesse, to overcome a difficult situation if somebody is in denial. When there is a reward, especially when there's a reward for staying stuck where they are, why budge? Don't give someone a reward for being in denial. They need to be pushed to wake up. So if you can't accept and love the truth, then someone is going to remain trapped, and they're going to wear a false mask of victimhood. And the benefit of embracing denial and the victim's mask is that you never have to take a real risk. So someone is hiding from responsibility. They don't want to take responsibility. And I'll be honest, Jesse, this person is jealous. This person is greedy. This person wants to keep everything for themselves. This person wants to look out for themselves. This person wants more than anybody else. This person is a little bit unfair and maybe even a little bit selfish. And to be honest, this person tells themselves they are a victim. They are a victim of circumstance, or they are a victim of unfairness in this world, but they are a victim, and they deserve the universe to bend over backwards for them now and give them whatever it is they seek. But this is them not taking a real risk. If something's given to this person, they're not going to really learn. So dimming the light serves no one. Turning away from the truth that is reflected in stillness of the sacred pool keeps this person in denial. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Taking a risk and shining their beautiful light in the world with the sun is what they need to do. They need to look in the mirror and see the truth. Whatever they're doing is getting them nowhere. Their talents, their gifts, their truth needs to show and shine. They need to look in the mirror and see this. They need to remember that they have a responsibility, not just to themselves, but to others, with the Ten of Pentacles especially. They have to remember that the divine is in them. Courage is not the absence of fear. Accept the discomfort and see with clear eyes what's soon they're going to be finding out what they're going to see. And they're going to step kind of like a leap of faith into the truth. But where this person, I don't know who you're dealing with, they are in denial. And I think the only advice in this reading is this: quit giving them excuses. Don't do their job for them. Eight of Pentacles, don't do it for them. They have to do it themselves. You cannot let them, you cannot drag them on your coat tail. They have to make their own way. And as much as you've tried to guide with the Empress, 3-3, with the Three of Pentacles, to help, to offer your opinion, to offer some guidance, it's really ultimately, obviously, up to them if they're going to take that or not. And If they want to be stubborn and play the victim, then that is fine, but they will not succeed, because ultimately the gift that they want is going to end up in your hands. There's someone here that wants this Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. They want it, which is home, family, security, prosperity. They want it, and they're seeking it in some toxic way. And you're trying to show them, hey, you know, you can have what I'm going for, but you got to do something a little bit different because it's not going to get done this way. I'm like, no, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to use you in some way. But the universe is going to bless you in front of them. And I hate to say that, I really do, because I don't like to put people down like that. But with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords in the reverse, honestly, they're going to get a message loud and clear from the universe, and they're going to see you be prosperous and not them, because they went about this in the wrong way. So you're about to be blessed in front of them. Jesse, yep, you sure won't anymore, Holy. You are, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't like that either, but it is what it is. Yeah, you know, you've been trying very hard. I can see you right here. Like, I'm trying really hard. I don't want to hurt this person. But everything they're going for, you're getting. And they're like, why is it so easy for you? And you're like, are you kidding me? Look at what I'm doing, Eight of Pentacles. This is not easy. And on top of that, you worry. Eight of Swords, you worry about this person, or you worry about this collective, this group. You worry. You take their problems home with you. And so you're like, this is not for the faint. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I take the brunt for everyone. I lead. I caretake. This is not even my responsibility, but I do it because I can, because I'm strong enough. But sometimes, Jesse, you don't think you're strong enough because it scares you. It scares you that maybe you're not, but you are. Your sun, for some reason, is going to be happy in Leo. Okay, so when the sun gets into Leo, which is September, I think you're going to get some resolve for some things, because for some reason your sun's just going to be happy there, you know. And you're going to overcome some battles. With the Labyrinth, I think it's definitely bumping heads, hitting walls, but you're going to get there. Ask for help. You're not on this road alone. Something's got to change. Something's got to give. I know change is in the cards, so I know it's coming. Don't forget to wear your gemstones. Ultimately, what I see coming for you by September is prosperity and abundance and home security. A lot of home and family security is coming for you. And I know you're working really hard on that, but you're going to get it. And if you have to let someone go along the way or shut the door on them, let it go. You can't take them with you. There's something about dragging someone around on the tail feathers, and you just can't. They have a bad temper as it is, and they're not easy to be trusted. Yeah. Take care of yourself, Jesse. So that is what I have for you. And I want to just do a little bonus love card reading for you real quick before I go. And then I'm going to do Vanya. If anybody else donated, please let me know. We're going up on, what, 5 more minutes left for the birthday donations. 10K enough? Oh, yeah, 10K is plenty. Drop it into the deposit box tonight. Okay. Oh, eat me, you did? Okay, great. All right. So, Jesse, thank you. Oh, girlfriend, spirit child. Oh, thank you so much. All right, so we're going to get a love oracle and just see what also is coming in for love in addition to that message. What is coming in for Jesse?
The TV's downstairs and I'm walking. Is it okay if I ask Flo if I can turn out phone and watch TV?
Yeah. All right. Spirit guide and direct me for love for Jesse. Show me what's going on for Jesus. Show me love. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Very soon, Jesse. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Clearly decide. Because, boy, you are manifesting love quicker than you can blink. This is super fast. When you see very soon, it's usually like within 30 days. So it's like just expedited love. There's like a window opening for love. And it's probably in your astrology chart, but a window is opening. You got to grab it. You got to jump through it. So this card asks you, what do you want? And it demands to be very clear, specific answers. Just like putting in your order at a restaurant, the universe has been listening to your thoughts, your feelings about the love life that you desire. And what you want brought to you is what you're going to be asking for. When you complain about what's being served to you, it's only because you placed an unclear order. As soon as you are perfectly straight forward about what it is you actually feel you want and deserve, it will come to you upon the wings of angels in an instant. You drew this card because it's time for you to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate a request with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make the decision for yourself about what's best for you in a love partner. And bottom of the deck goes perfectly with that. It is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith are going to bring you romance. So I'll tell you what, Jesus, romance is on the way if you want it, but clearly put it out there. You don't want some weird, wacky, uncertain order. Like, I don't know. I don't care. Maybe this, maybe that. No, be very clear. What do you want that to look like and what do you want it to feel like? All right. Well, thank you so much. And there you go. You're very welcome. And I love you bunches. Vanna, are you here? I would love to answer your question. Thank you so much for the donation of $30. I really appreciate you. Let's get into your reading. By the way, you're very beautiful. How old are you? You look very beautiful. All right. Let's see what I'm going to do. What kind of question do you have? Your question is, will Eduardo return in my life? Ooh, okay. Let's look. Spirit, guide and direct me for Vanya. Guide and direct me with these cards. Show me, will Eduardo come into Vanya's life? Speak through the cards. So we have the death card in reverse. I got an image of an elephant. To me, that's Mula Nakshatra, which is right between Scorpio and Sagittarius. And it represents dissolving of karma but it also represents problems, troubles, hardships, and the cutting of roots, cutting things off, change, and permanent changes, but detaching from the family, detaching from ancestors, detaching from something long stuck. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Justice card in the past here, which is Libra. Three of Wands in the forefront. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. The Lover's card in the reverse. So the first synchronicity that we need to look at is the Fours, which is extremely stubborn. Scorpio is very heavy for this person. And Scorpio is a fixed sign. And it's a very heavy emotional water energy. And it's extremely stubborn with what they want and how they want it when they want it, and the unwillingness to change. I feel like this person that you're dealing with admired your truth, admired your honesty, admired your beauty, admired your style. A big fan of your blonde hair, by the way, with the Justice card. This person has refused to let go of a past. And it's been very unfair to you because you kind of showed up in the midst of something that this person was going through. And they had a choice to let go of their past and embrace you as a soulmate, or hang on to their history, hang on to their family, hang on to their karma or their past life, whatever this is. And this person has really struggled in letting things go. Very stuck in an energy, kind of stuck in the mud. Earth and water, very muddy. And it's just, how do we get out of this mess? Spirit says with the Four Cups in the reverse, he is going to come back into your life. He does want to return. This is an unrequited love. You were rejected or pushed away or mistreated in some way. You were not loved the way you loved him. But there is coming back around with the Four of Cups in reverse. And with the Death card in reverse, there's whatever something was dead and gone with this person, it's not. It may be brought back to life. It's not completely dead. However, it still remains this issue with this person where he hasn't quite let go of a past that is long dead and gone. So this person needs to wake up. Eduardo needs to wake up. Something that was is no more. Let's move on. And so there is some struggle moving on. As of right now, you're not going to get that apology that you're seeking. Not right now. There's a delay. I feel like you are going to get it. But in about 3 weeks or some point in the distance, but you can't expect your ship to come in. You can't expect him to come in. Okay? Because the timing is soon. Weeks, wands are weeks. So it's coming. But see, the ship is not visible yet. He's waiting. He's looking out for the ship. So I feel like you are going to get that, but it is delayed in some way. Okay, so let's see your message here. He attempts to reconcile, move this, with several times, then flakes. Last time we talked over the phone, he stopped responding when I said he lacked emotional intelligence. Oh, yeah. I see that. And you're right. You're right. Because you're coming in as the justice card, Vanya. You're coming in as justice. And you're right. And you know how to balance things and judge things. And you know about pros and cons and right and wrongs. You're looking at it very logically. And he's sitting here with these cups in reverse. And it's really something is blocking him from the past. And maybe his emotional intelligence is delayed from some trauma that he's gone through. But nonetheless, whatever's going on in his life, the cards predict a future in which he will come back. And there is some sort of an apology, but there's some issues here with the Lover's card in reverse and the Two of Cups. I do feel, Vanya, that there is someone else. I don't know if he's still with this person or it's just pain lingering. But there's this other energy besides you and him that has hurt and damaged him in some way. And I feel he wants to end that fight. I feel he doesn't want to continue that. But he struggles in the energy that he's in right now, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. He's not happy with where he's at. He's not thrilled with his finances or his level in life. And whatever's going on, he feels like he should be in a different place. So he feels very unstable, very misplaced, very uncertain. And that explains why he's kind of wishy-washy. And why you feel he's not safe, he's not mature. Because he's not. He doesn't feel secure or safe in his own spirit, in his own being. I do feel that he has been weighing the pros and cons about your relationship. And I have to say the truth with the Two of Cups and the Lovers in reverse there, he has been comparing you to someone. And I don't know if this is a new person or a past person. I feel like it's more of a past person, but I can't be sure. But I feel like he's definitely comparing. And I'm not trying to say that he's got a whole bunch of options. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that energy has affected your connection. And how does he really feel about you? Let's take a look at that. How does he really feel? Spirit, how does he really feel for Vanya? So Vanya, we have, I love that you can see my truth, but it scares the SHIT out of me too. All right. He dreams about you almost every night. He hates waking up without you there. He doesn't like that. He wishes that wasn't the case. And the reason that you can see the truth in him, you can see his essence, is you're coming in like the Justice. You have the sword of truth. You have the eyes that pierce the soul. You can see past the layers. You can see past the masks and the BS that this person tries to give you. You know the real truth and the essence of this person. You dig deep into the soul, which is probably why you guys have some good Scorpio vibes. It's about digging deep. And the truth is, you care deeply about people. When you get to know them, you care about their soul. You care about their karma. You care about their family. You care about where they came from. You care about what problems they need to fix. You care about their well-being mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You all encompass the field of balance as far as caring. And so when you're in a connection, you're all in. And I don't feel like you're all in with this guy. I don't feel like you're 100% in, but I feel like you are in enough to where you see their truth and they don't. And you're like, come on, What's going on with you? You could be so much better. You could be so much more. And I think you see the potential in this person. You see a lot of potential, but he's not giving you what he needs to give you to make you feel safe or comfortable in even pursuing this. And the only reason you hang on to him is because you see this potential. And you do have some feelings there. You do. He's very foolish and naive and childish compared to you. I don't see this going anywhere fast. You're going to have to think long and hard about this because you are dealing with a stubborn individual, and stubborn people are some of the hardest people in the world to change or even encourage change. He does want to get together. He has considered having a family with you. He has considered having a home with you. He has considered being with you forever. Okay, so he's seen that. He's seen in his mind, he's projected what life would be like with you, Vanya. That has crossed his mind. He's very attracted to you. He feels in a very good connection with you. But again, holding him back, the force, stubbornly, his past holds him back. What is the truth about his past? What is this past that has caused so many issues? Show me his past. Oh, we have death and death. Scorpio, the death is here. Did someone die? Did a relationship end abruptly and unexpectedly? There's a very, very painful karmic ending. And there is more to that ending than you know with the book of life. And he also has deep questions about what happens after we die. Like he's still searching for a spiritual compass, like a guidance, if you will. He's searching for it. Scorpio is very heavy in your connection with this person, which means you're going to have ups and downs. It's going to have transformations. In-laws, there's going to be some weird things going on with his in-laws or your in-laws or the parents of you guys. Like there's synchronicities, karmic connections, some similarities, if you will. There's all these little connectors. There's a lot of karma between you two. Let's get the love connection here. What does this love connection feel like for Vanya? What does this look like? You're looking for security, and it will be safe for you to love. Open up your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. He cares deeply about you. He doesn't feel safe. He doesn't feel safe. There's something about his past that makes him insecure. Perhaps it's mother issues. Could be feminine issues. He may not trust feminine energy. There could be some mother wounding. There could be an ex that wounded him. But it's not safe for him. And he just doesn't feel that security. This is why he makes you feel insecure. All right? But you're a very secure person. You're very grounded. It says here, keep an open mind with him because your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Listen, you're not his usual type, but yet you are. But it's secret. He has a type. And not everyone in his family know or like or approve of his type. You are different than what his family would have expected for him. Or it could be vice versa, perhaps for you. Perhaps your family didn't expect you to be attracted to this individual. But the universe says, you know what? Keep an open mind. This is a good connection. It may be a beautiful karmic connection, not in a bad, evil karmic way, but just destined, if you will. So let's see, what is the energy of the truth of your connection? Spirit, what is the energy and the truth of the connection? the Ace of Swords. So finding out the truth about one another, revealing what's hidden in one another, speaking up, being direct. This is new for him, but it's good for you. You're very swordsy. You're very Libra here, which you want to get to the point, get to the truth, reveal the essence. So you are bursting with sparkling new ideas, and there is going to be new communication. So expect communication from him. I know right now you're Seven of Swords in reverse. He's keeping secrets. He's not telling you everything. He's holding back. What is he hiding? Why is he hiding anything from you? Why is he playing games? He has his own issues, and it's really not, I think it's a lot more confusion than anything else. But he is going to speak up, and he is going to speak to you. And you're going to get some clarity with the Ace of Swords. That is the essence of everything. You guys are going to get some real big clarity on your connection. And that's coming very soon, probably within 7 days. He's been in denial, honey. That's your fortune cookie. If the shoe fits, wear it. He's been in denial about your connection, see? And the 4 energy stuck. Growth is painful, change is painful, stagnation is agony. And he's been stubborn. He's been a little bit stuck there. What has he been in denial of, though? Why, is the bigger question. But seriously, what has he been in denial about? And go ahead and let's just put why as well. Just put it in one card. What and why has he been in denial? What and why? Sorry. He hates to look in the mirror. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Don't make decisions based on guilt of what you think you should do. For it's only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So he does, and then we have reflection. That's so uncanny. It's amazing. Look inside himself, reflect. He does a lot of choices that he is not honoring himself. He decides to, let's say, leave you, not talk to you, push you away, play games, pursue other interests or other people, not based on who he really is and what he really wants, but based on what he thinks others expect from him. Okay? That's what he's doing. It's nothing genuine in himself. But also there's some other issues here, and that's definitely going to come out. He's making decisions based on guilt or what he thinks he should do. And the truth is, I know you're giving him some space, but he has to go inside and reflect Hermit card energy. And just trust and have faith that when he does, when he is reflecting, everything is going to work out for the best. What is his truth? As he reflects and he's kind of dealing with his denial, let's get an admittance of his truth. Spirit, can you guide and direct me with these cards for Eduardo and show me his truth? Show me the essence. This connection has been definitely divinely guided. And bottom of the deck, I want to be vulnerable with you. I'm just afraid you won't believe me. So he hides himself. And the truth that he's in denial about is that you and him have a deep connection. Somehow, deep connections scare him. Looking into the truth of him, seeing the essence of him, scares him. He feels very vulnerable, very naked and like open and just in danger of being hurt. And I feel like it stemmed since he was little. There was this, whenever he would open up about how he feels or what he thinks, there was criticism or correction. or maybe even some kind of a joke or a laughter about something that was real for him, and it wasn't approved of. Like, it wasn't honored. I just feel like he still suffers with some of that. Like, if people knew the real him, they wouldn't really like him. He has to wear a mask. Then everybody likes him. So I feel like he's just very ingenuine, and he's searching for that truth. But the fact remains, you're some type of soulmate, okay? Karmic or anything. You are some type of soulmate. And there has been signs and synchronicities proving this. The things he's been in denial about is the number synchronicities about the both of you, the names, the dates, the places, the times, the events, the meetings, running into one another. There's so many synchronicities. There's so many obvious divine guidance. And he's like, it's coincidence. He's been in denial that you guys were meant to meet and that this is divinely orchestrated. So he is in denial about that, mostly because he's in denial about a higher power. And that's a lot of the truth he has to go seek, is the higher power. There is a higher power. There is a higher authority. There is a hierarchy. This is part of that denial with the Lover's card in reverse. He's denied the deep connection that you guys share. Two of Cups. This is soulmate. This is an absolute soulmate, divinely guided, brought together by spirit. Okay, and it's just right here, plain and simple. I'm going to give you one last card here. What do you see for this energy between the two of them? What do you want to say? What needs to be said to Vanya? Reminiscing on the past moments and fears and anxiety and him living in fear. If that has been a conclusion you've come to multiple times, he's in fear, he's in fear, he's in fear. And this has been in the past. And it also says what I said earlier. There's something in the past, okay, reminiscing in the past, that has caused him to have fear in the present. And he's got to deal with that karma. But ultimately, what I see for you guys is just keeping an open mind, because if this is divinely guided, and I believe it is, based on these cards, I do believe it is, then you don't have to worry, because there's going to be action, truth, and clarity coming in very soon. So it will be safe. Keep an open mind. I know this is an unusual connection, but something scared him in the past, the ending or a death. And he's changed, and he's got to change, and he will change, but he's never going to get back to what he was or have what he had. There's something he's got to let go of, and I just feel like he will. See, I love that you can see my truth, but it scares the SHAT out of me. Yep. So it is what it is. He's part of the reason also, as I think he's been in denial of how spiritual you are, how deeply connected to the divine you are. That scares him, because I don't think he's known a lot of people that have a direct connection to source. It's very different for him. He's never had that kind of connection. So he's refusing to transform and change, but he must. And it's coming. But you will hear from him. You will hear from him again within 3 weeks. And I do think that he's going to try to apologize. But more than anything, what you can take from this reading is you are going to hear from him. He is going to reach out. And that's what I have for you. You're welcome, Vanya. Thank you so much. It feels like a connection divinely guided from hell. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. He denied blowing up my phone for 2 years. Oh my gosh. He denies what he does. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Thank you so much, Vanya. If you want more information or like a deeper reading, you can always order something from me. I have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20-minute readings. And we can get different cards, and it just be one-on-one too if you're interested in my website. All right, well, Eat Me, you donated. Thank you so much, Eat Me. Let's get your message. What is your question? And we are almost out of time here. I am not taking any more donations for this reading, but I may take some donations tomorrow. All right. He's a good piggy. Okay. So, Eat Me, let's see what your question is. You don't know what to ask. What do I need to know? I want to know what is up with money, work, and specifically sign spinning. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds fun. All right. Spirit, guide and direct me now for Eat Me. You braved a Renaissance fair yesterday and ran into, the new GM of my sign spinning company. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Spirit, guide and direct me now for Eat Me. Show me the truth. What does Eat Me need to know? Ooh, so this is a great partnership. This is a great business to work for. I feel like money's going in the right direction. It could be a possible future love interest too, somewhere in this business. You might meet someone during doing this business. But regardless of love and work, we have this beautiful connection. Ooh, this is going to bring great opportunity. Keep working on this. This is some point of interest. You need to get involved. You need to take advice here from this person or listen. But there is some kind of money-making opportunity that is coming very soon. 8-8. Wow. You're going to get an opportunity, and then you're going to walk away from the opportunity. Why? Because the opportunity was just to get information, just to get a download. So I see a short-lived work experience, but it was just to gain info and then to move on and do your own thing. That's what I'm seeing here. Eat Me. Thing is, my ex told the last GM that he was a pedo. Oh. Word spread around, and now I'm basically blacklisted in LA. Oh, no. For his sexuality. Oh, no. I got rehired in Orange County, but they ghosted me without ever getting a shift. Oh, no. I'm thinking of ordering a knockoff sign. Oh, well, I think you should do the knockoff sign. This is a yes. Order the knockoff sign. And if you have to walk away from that situation, then so be it. Whatever you gained, whatever information you got by getting involved in that at all is going to help you move forward in your business and you making money. The ex suggested to try to go off and do my own sign spinning, but I want to work at the sign spinning company, compete, etc. I want the sign to say, hire me. I think that's brilliant, and I think you should. Because I do see some kind of a hiring or a partnership. Something good's going to happen to you within 4 days. Yeah, you're going to make money. I think you're going to get hired. Something's going to work itself out. Okay, you getting away from a toxic person or toxic situation or something that doesn't serve you, honey. This is going to bring you to prosperity and abundance. You are going to be making some money. I know you're having a hard time now, but you're going to be stepping into something very good. Things are looking up for you. Oh, yeah, big up. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Yes, some money is actually headed your way. And it's about time. Ten of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, keep working on this. You're about to be fulfilled. You're even maybe going to come into a partnership or a relationship. Look at that. Lover's card, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Something might lead you to meeting the right person, or this is a very good partnership with the sign spinning business. Spirit keeps telling me I'm going to be rich, but I just don't see how it would happen materially. Maybe do something on social media that might get you a boost. I know you've been disappointed in how things are working out. You've been working so hard, 7 of Pentacles, but it's about to turn around, Wheel of Fortune. And I think the person that heard something was untrue is going to find out those were just rumors. Someone's going to find out it's BS, it's not real, it's not true. They were just saying something to corrupt something. Eat Me, I made a personal TikTok. It isn't doing well. Well, you keep trying. I made a personal TikTok too, and it's not doing great. But I'm not going to lose faith. I'm going to keep going. So you keep trucking along with that. However, I do want to make it a TikTok posting old spinning sign videos. Yeah, I think that would be great. I think that's going to take off. There's some kind of partnership that you're going to get into. And it's going to bring you opportunity, and it's going to bring you abundance. I don't see you doing it alone. I see you doing it with a person. There's someone that's going to come into your life, and abundance is going to spark off. I previously spun the world's longest sign spinning shift, and I want to do it again. Wow, that is awesome. I think that's very creative, and I think that's awesome. I really do. I really, really do. Honestly. Aha, there's a sign. Act now. Eat Me, there is no time like the present. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Act now. That is your fortune cookie. If you feel urged to do what you're feeling, trust your instinct and go forward. If you don't, you're going to regret it. Okay? What does the universe want to tell you about what you've been going through? Let's take a look. Spirit, what do you want to tell Eat Me about what Eat Me's been going through? Any advice, guidance, messages? 24.5 hours for charity. And attempted to get over 200 sign spinning world records. However, there was an issue with the cameras that never got formally set. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That is awesome. Spin it with passion. That is awesome. So here's the message for you, Eat Me. First of all, you got 2 10s. This is, okay, this is nuts. Eat Me. You got 10, 10, 10, 10. 10. Holy cow. Wow, that's a lot of 10s. And we're at 103 minutes, more 10s. Listen, 10 heralds, 1 energy. New beginnings, new starts, and power. Lots and lots of power. You are stepping into a powerful change. You got, oh, this is ridiculous. Eat Me. You got 2 Wheel of Fortunes, 2 different tarot decks, but the same card. The Wheel of Fortune. In this deck, it says the good luck charm. And it says, if nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. And you're not going to believe this, but you got another 10. So you got a 10 coming out and a 10 at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Wands. Why make things so much more difficult than they need to be? And you want to know what's crazy about an omen? You got a sign. I know she's not holding it and spinning it, but you've got a sign. That's crazy. And it's like this is all literally a sign to you. But it's just crazy how that synchronicity is all here. Oh, my neighbor died and I want to file something with the court because someone is stealing his inheritance, which I have the evidence. Well, you're so helpful, Eat Me. You always look out for people. Thank God for you looking out for people. You are a blessing to so many people. So let's see what this is here in this deck. So in this deck, it says, after experiencing a setback after setback, Eat Me, this witch finally decides that fate isn't something that's just allowed to happen to her. So she made herself a good luck charm to wear. This way she'll attract at least one good thing her way. She proclaims she's right and some stuff is out of control. But there are plenty of things that she can control. This card usually indicates that there's something you can do about your current circumstance, not limited to enchanting your jewelry. Make a list of possible solutions and start from the top. Don't stop until something works. Don't settle for what you've been given when there's likely a way to get what you want. I want you to speak this onto yourself. The 10 of Wands, really says you've been put through a lot. This is a very heavy burden. Don't make things harder than they have to be. Speak good things on into your life. If you feel like you're hitting brick walls, speak good things into your life. Tyler's Tarot, I love him. He is an awesome reader. And he used to speak into the mirror that he was the most popular tarot reader on YouTube and that everyone loved to see him. And he made the most money on YouTube as a tarot reader. And he had the most views. And he was famous. And he would talk to himself in the mirror like he was famous, even when he wasn't at the time. And you know what? He became pretty damn popular, pretty darn well known here on YouTube. He succeeded. He manifested this on his own. He created it. He put his words into the vortex. He spoke it into existence, and he believed it. And regardless of his circumstances, he projected it, and he saw it in himself, and he lived it, and he spoke it. And that was the magic. And he does very well for himself. He has a really nice home. He has some really nice vehicles. He helps take care of his mom. He's doing very successful and well on YouTube. He's changed his life. He's bettered himself. He spoke that. He created it. It was a vortex. And so that to me is an inspiration because he went out there and started from nothing. He just started a YouTube and it blew up. And it started with a choice and then dedication and belief. And you have so many 10s, Eat Me. You have so many 10s. And this is telling you that you have a shot at a new beginning and a real change. Change is here for you. It's with you. It's in your vortex. Speak it, believe it, act now. And things are going to be coming to you. People are going to be placed with you to partner with you to help you. And it feels like a miracle. So I want you to believe in that. And I want you to stay with that positive thinking. Because good things are about to happen and good money is about to be made. Okay? So money's about to be made, change is about to happen, and that's what I see for you. And I do see a great partnership. I feel like the sign thing is a really good sign. It's like literally like an omen. I think you should continue. and definitely do your own sign spinning. And yeah, go ahead, do the eat me. Hire me. I mean, go ahead and do the hire me. I think that's going to be successful. But also, if you do your own sign spinning business and you want to spin signs for other people's offices and businesses, I think you're going to make more money on your own. Honestly, I think that's a brilliant idea, and I think you're going to do very, very good with it. Oh, ChatGPT is helping me. I'm deciding between a 4-foot sign or a 6-foot sign. That is amazing. Eat me. I feel good about it. This is positive. This is a yes. The universe supports you on this. So you do it. This is a big act now, and it's a positive omen for money. So you do what you need to do here and trust it. It's coming. All right. Well, that is it for the readings, guys. I guess I will see you tomorrow. I love you guys lots and lots. And thank you for watching me. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. And I hope you guys just keep swimming. I'm going to do some more personals tomorrow. So if you do have a membership with me, you're going to be getting your personals. And we'll dive deeper into your life, deeper into what you need to know. All right. I love you guys tons. And I hope you sleep well or have a wonderful day, depending on where you are. And that's it. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.